good morning to everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the Bulletin on this beautiful Sunday morning, the 6th of July, 2025. You're listening to the club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, which is operated today from the Shack of Angus, ZS6 Golf Oscar Oscar. This club bulletin is broadcast every Sunday morning at 8:45 local time on the following frequencies: 145.700 megahertz FM in the 2-meter band, 7.115 megahertz lower side band in the 40-meter band. Today via the relay from the Shack of Null, ZR6DX Null. Thank you very much for that. Then we have Echolink, ZS6STN-R. Then there will be, and I'd like to thank Keith and Marius for doing the rebroadcast via the YouTube channel. Gents, thank you very, very much for that. Okay, so let's start. Club birthdays, general ham radio news, and then lastly our call-ins on Swap Shop on 40 meters and 2 meters. Alright, let's start with some club birthdays for the past week and the coming week. Alright, last week we had one person from what I could see on my list, which is ZR6 Kilo Whiskey Charlie, Kevin Clark. I hope you got spoiled rotten. And then coming week we've got one as well, which is ZS6 November Alpha Yankee, Nigel Naylor on the, when is it, the 8th. I hope you're going to be spoiled rotten there. Alright then, I'd like to move. Anybody got club news? ZS6STN is now listening.
ZS6HI.
ZS6HI, good morning, take a round.
Good morning, Angus, to yourself and all on frequency, coming through loud and clear at my QTH here in 4 West Johannesburg, albeit it is 8.7 degrees centigrade in the shack this morning. So I'll just give you a little bit of an update on what's been happening. So you may have heard during the week that there were quite a lot of SOTA activations. So those gentlemen and ladies who are able to get out and about during the week and activate SOTA peaks, that's been happening, especially Brandon, ZS6 Lima Zulu. Listen out for those SOTA activations, and if you're near a radio, help the guys out and help them activate those SOTA peaks. Yesterday, you may have heard the SOTA activations in the morning. There were quite a number of them going on. So the guys are climbing mountains and activating those peaks. We also had a lot of satellite activity. If you're on the satellite user group or WhatsApp group, you will have noticed the satellite activity that is going on. And those guys have a lot of fun with those satellites coming across it every so often, and flying up there for 10 to 15 minutes and making those contacts around the country and wherever they manage to reach. Then you would have also heard potentially that the Pico Balloon number 23 has been launched by ZS6SRC, that's the Secunda Amateur Radio Club. They have launched their third balloon of the sequence, and they're launching balloons often during this course of this year to celebrate the centenary event of the SARL, with the big balloon that will be launched in October. So follow those Pico balloons. Number 23 is up in the air at the moment, and their Triquito website is being advertised on the Sandton user group, so you can see what's happening on those Pico balloons. I know that the Eden Club also launched their Pico balloon last Saturday, and the last I heard that it was somewhere off Port Elizabeth, but I don't think they've picked up a recent signal on that one. So hopefully it is somewhere south, and we'll come into range of whisper beacons coming up soon. And as you know, these Pico balloons are very, very lightweight. They're transmitting at 10 to 20 milliwatts and floating up around the 12,000 meter above sea level mark and transversing the world. I think Pico balloon number 21 is almost done its second circumference of the world. So it is very interesting, these Pico balloons. Then yesterday as well, I know that some of the amateurs activated POTA sites, and I believe that Gerrit is activating POTA sites this morning again. So So Parks on the Air, that's a lovely one to do. You take your equipment, you set up in a local park that's registered on Parks on the Air, and you activate that local park by making 10 contacts or more to amateurs wherever they may be. And Gerrit has put out on the group that if anybody wants to join him doing the POTAs activations this morning, Buddy wants to join him, or anybody wants to get involved in that, please put up your hand. It's wonderful for the new RAE candidates to get involved in. They can see what's happening. They can even participate using the ZS6STN call sign, because that is a training call sign. And we had a lot of fun yesterday doing POTA. That was Dieter, ZS6 Delta Oscar, and myself. We made probably over 40-odd contacts yesterday. I haven't done the tally yet. And we were also participating in the newbie contest, which took place yesterday. And a number of people took place in the newbie contest. So that was a lot of fun to hear some of those alpha license holders on air. And I am aware that Rogan and Gerrit also built a linked dipole yesterday in the Rietfontein Nature Reserve. So well done to Rogan and Gerrit for building that linked dipole antenna. Today, there's a QSO party this afternoon that you may want to get involved in as well. That's one of the provincial QSO parties, and that's always a lot of fun. It's only an hour, so it doesn't take too much time, and you can certainly increase your QSO count. And as yesterday, I think that Dieter's well on his way to complete his WAS 100. Certainly from the Gauteng area, we had our orientation of our antenna slightly off yesterday, so we couldn't quite get the Cape Town and the Port Elizabeth people, but we'll correct that for next time round. Then on Saturday the 19th, and I'm sure it's in the bulletin as well, is the QRP contest. So that'll be in the morning. 700 starts at 700 UTC on Saturday the 19th. So listen out for that broadcast this morning in the bulletin, and we would like as many people to participate in that contest as possible. You don't have to run QRP if you do not wish to do so. You can run any power level, but there'll be a lot of QRPs out there looking to make contacts with anyone. So whether they are running QRP as well, or whether they're running QRO. So have fun in the QRP contest. Plan for that on Saturday the 19th of July. I'm sure it's in the bulletin as well, but on Saturday the 26th of July is the 40-meter club contest. What that means, the club contest, means that the club gets points for all those who participate in the contest. So we would like as many Santonites to participate in the 40-meter club contest on Saturday 26th. It's also only a short contest. It's only for an hour. And then you have to submit your logbook to get those points. So please, Santonites, get ready for the 40-meter club contest on Saturday the 26th of July. Then on Wednesday the 30th of July, we will have our next club meeting, and that's at our clubhouse in Bryanston, 11 Kildune Road, Bryanston. So please put that into your diaries. It is usually a good social, but and we learn something during these sessions as well. So if the Tech Talk will take place the same evening, so we will participate in the Tech Talk. But last month we actually went through an end-fed half-wave antenna, and we spoke about Pico balloons. And Gerrit has put an article onto our website that is ZS6STN.org.za around what happened at the last club meeting. So go along and have a read of that, and please join us for the next club meeting on the 30th of July, that Wednesday evening. Then we have a number of badges, so my apologies, Rogan, I forgot to give you your badge yesterday out there at Rietfontein Nature Reserve, but we have a number of badges for all those who've been recently licensed and for some older licensed hams. So you please come along to the club meets and knock on my door, because I've got the badges with me, and say, Keith, where's my badge? And we will provide you with your badge. Okay. So, and then Treasury, it is the new financial year for ZS6STN. Our financial year ends at the end of June, so we've started our new financial year, and our treasurer, Greg, has, I think, sent out invoices for club memberships. So, as you know, it's only 220 Rand annually, so that's, I'm sure we can all manage that. And there are concessions for those who join halfway through the year, those who have already joined, and for families as well. So please be aware of that. If you have not received your membership invoice, please do raise your hand and we will correct that. But do expect to receive that via email shortly. And we will be arranging the annual general meeting in the next month or so. It'll probably take place in August. So once we've got the pack prepared and all the financials done and the reports, we will then collate that and distribute the AGM date to everybody. And that's normally a wonderful event because it's not just an AGM. We do all the awards to our club members at the same time, and we normally have a good social together. So watch out for the AGM social invite. Back to you there, Angus. I've probably stolen all your airtime. ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
ZS6HR from ZS6STN. No, I saw their keys. Not a problem at all. Okay. All right. I'm going to move to extracts from the SRL HQ Bulletin. All right. Firstly, in the news today, the new website, an update on the balloon launch from George, and booked now for the 2025 AMSAT SA Symposium. We begin this bulletin with this news of a silent key. It is with deep regret that we announce the key of John Fielding, ZS5 Juliet Foxtrot, went silent on Saturday, the 28th of June. On the 9th of June, John was diagnosed with cancer. He was a founding member of the Hawa Amateur Radio Club and served on the SRL Council for many years as the UHF VHF manager. He's also represented the SRL at several IARU Region 1 conferences. We extend our sincere condolences to his wife Penny, family, and friends. Alright, you're listening to the news of the South African Radio League. This afternoon, you can participate in the ZS5 QSO party. Get all the information on the 2025 contest manual. Thank you to all then. The new website, an update. Thank you to the members who have signed into the portal. Passing 500 is a milestone, but not the finish line. We are getting there slowly. We encourage members and non-members to sign into the portal. The website was given a boost this week with the new news menu. Under the news menu on menu items, it's ZS https://mysrl.org.za. You can submit news items through the news inbox. Link to old news bulletins and download the Radio ZS. The new posts will take you to the recent posts, and you can catch up with what is happening in the world of amateur radio in South Africa. At the time of writing this news item, the recent posts included information about the Pico Balloon, SOTA, and club news. Go to, as I said, https://mysrl.org.za and click on the news items on the menu. Your club can also send the contact details to your club secretary, scribe, editor, to webmaster@srl.org.za, and we will create an account for you. Several clubs have already taken up the opportunity. We know you all love the old site, but like a good wine or a summer vacation, that too has to pass. The familiarity of the old site, along with the bookmark links, link is gone. We are trying to put all the information you need at your fingertips. If there is something that you cannot find, please ask the webmaster. If there is something you feel that is not in the correct place, tell the webmaster. Without feedback, we can only assume everything is perfect and everything is happy. Please join the new normal. Sign up on the portal use the forum and submit the news item. It is your hobby too. An update on the balloon launch from George. The balloon launch was originally scheduled for Sunday the 29th of July. Several enthusiasts, Eden Radio Club members, along with a reporter from the George Herald, gathered at 9 a.m. in anticipation of the event. However, by 11 a.m. we made the difficult decision to cancel the launch due to persistent cloud cover, which posed a potential risk to the mission. Fortunately, the next day brought ideal conditions. Clear blue skies, minimal wind. Although the morning began with a light breeze, by 10 the launch was successfully executed by Stewart, ZS1 Whiskey Tango. The balloon began transmitting as expected every 10 minutes and tracked a southerly course towards Antarctica. Its final transmission was received at 14:56 that afternoon. By that time, it had traveled 254 kilometers and reached an altitude of only 4,600 meters. It was moving at 85 kilometers per hour, with the sun at an elevation of 22 degrees and the solar panels producing 3.6 volts. It was expected that the balloon would stop transmitting that day at the time of the day due to insufficient solar power. Regrettably, there have been no further signals received since. Analysts are analyzing of the conditions, the last known location, using tools such as windy.com, suggested strong northwesterly winds likely pushed the balloon deeply towards Antarctica, where the sun remains at very low angles during this time of the year. It could be several days before it encounters a southerly stream capable of redirecting it towards Australia. Then again, it is possible that the balloon can simply fail, and we may never know why. All right, then, book now for the 2025 AMSAT SA Space Symposium. The 2025 SA Space Symposium will be held on Saturday, the 2nd of August, from 10 hours to 1600 hours Central African Time on the AMSAT SA WebEx platform. Participation is free, but registration is required. Register now from the link in the SRL News on the SRL web, or visit amsat.org.za for the registration link and for more information. The closing date for the papers is 9th of July 2025. Papers will include a review on the impact satellites have made on amateur radio over the past 86 years. Since the launch of Sputnik 1, the development of Echolink type systems on geostationary satellites, and setting up an inexpensive station of low Earth. The full program will be available in the next week. Contest news. The 2025 RARL HF World Championships begins at 1200 UTC on Saturday the 12th of July and runs to 11:59 UTC on Sunday the 13th of July. Activities take place on 160 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters. Both phone and CW may be used. Contact stations only once per band and mode. All stations must send a signal report and the ITU zone. For South Africa, the zone is 57. Headquarter stations operating by the IARU National Secretary send their abbreviations for their societies instead of zones, i.e. ZS9HQ sends SRL. Stations operated by the IARU Administration Council and the 3 IARU Regional Executive Committees send AC, R1, R2, and R3 as appropriate. At present, there are 154 HQ stations registered for the contest. Upload your logs to contest-log-submissions.arrl.org no later than 7 days after the contest is over at 11:59 UTC. Get all the information at www.ARRL.org/RARU-HF-World-Championship. Here's a reminder, a heads up to start the planning your winter QRP contest, assuming you have not yet done to do. The winter QRP contest runs from 7 hours UTC to 9 hours UTC on Saturday the 19th of July. During the first hour's activities on 40 meters, followed by any of all on 40, 20, and 10 during the second hour. You may use phone, CW, FT8. The exchange is a realistic RST, or RSQ report. Your 6-character grid square and transmitting power in watts. The key of the objective is to experiment and have fun with QRP. During the 2-hour contest window, you can run QRP and or QRO, or a mix up between contexts. You can participate from the QTH or field station, and you can use any equipment. You can even get bonus points if you build your radio yourself. Why not invite a buddy to participate with you? We are sure that some RE candidates and new perhaps not even new amateur radios would jump in at the opportunity to experience or share a station, as it's always more fun operating with someone. You are personally invited to participate and get ready, have fun, submit your log, and send fun photos after the event. Did we mention that everybody submitting a log sheet will also receive a unique certificate, even an additional incentive to have fun and submit your log? The fun is done. For the details, visit page 42 of the SRL contest manual. All are welcome to have fun together with the Winter QRP contest on Saturday, the 19th of July. Propagation report. Hannes Kutsia, ZS6 Bravo Zulu Papa, reports that the solar activity levels are going to continue during the week. There are currently 7 sunspot regions with the simple magnetic configurations visible. There is a moderate propagation of C-class solar flares and a low probability of M-class solar flares. If you want to do your own frequency prediction, the expected effective sunspot number for the week is around about 63. The 30 to 50 meter bands may provide some DX fun. Visit the website spaceweather.sanza.org.za for further information. Right, finally, a diary of upcoming events. Today, the 6th of July, World Rural Development Day, and the ZS5 QSA party. The 9th of July, closing date for the MSAT SA paper proposals. The 12th and 13th of July is the IARU HF Championships. 15th of July is World Youth Skills Day and Delville Wood Day. 19th of July is the SRL QRP contest. 20th of July is the International Moon Day and the ZS2 QSA party. 22nd of July is Provincial Schools Opens. 26th of July is the SRL Saturday 40-meter club contest. And then the 26th and 27th of July is the RSGB IOTA contest. All right, so that was the SRL HQ Bulletin. Thank you to everybody out there for listening. We trust that you've enjoyed the Bulletin today. Feel free to give us comments or any constructive criticism. Thank you to the stations that assisted with relays, broadcasting, and to those who've contributed to the content from time to time. Join us again next Sunday at 8:45 Central African Time for the regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. This brings a close to the weekly club bulletin for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN. ZS6STN was operated today by ZS6 Golf Oscar. Thank you to all the listeners, and 7-3. ZS6STN now relinquishes all frequencies for general use.